Germ Griffin Recordings Archive, Germ Griffin Recordings Archive, World of Controversy podcast is coming back soon. It's coming back soon, y'all. Don't worry about it. Um, Really quick, I want to tell you guys about someone I got on the show. I got a really good guest. This is a special, even for me. We got Davi in the building. Davi, who is running for president under the Green Party ticket. It's crazy how I got Davi on the show, but I'm super excited about it. Davi, how you feeling today?
Feeling great, feeling great.
You
Thank
feeling
you for
great?
having us on the show.
Awesome. Like always, I'm Germ Griffin. You follow me at germ.griffin, Twitter, germ, Twix. Davi, where can they follow you at?
So the website is bydavi.com, bydavi.com. The Instagram is Show Davi, and the X or Twitter is Think Davi. And if you like Facebook, it's Like Davi.
Okay. I love that. Okay, Davi, talk to me. You in Philly today. How you liking the city? How you feeling about everything?
Oh, I love Philly.
You love it?
Good
Okay.
vibes here. One of my favorite artists, Jill Scott, is from here.
Yes.
So I am happy to be in the space. We had a great presidential forum with the Green Party yesterday. And it was a great time to get to know a lot of people in the Philly Green Party.
Yes.
Especially you.
Thank you.
It was a great conversation last night, and I'm excited to continue the conversation with you today.
Yes. Awesome. I'm excited to continue the conversation with you. Yesterday was the presidential forum. We had Jill in the building, Jasmine in the building. Well, you and Jasmine were actually physically here in Philly. We had Jasmine and Jorge online.
Jill and Jorge.
Jill and Jorge. I'm sorry, and it was a really special night. From the candidates that you're hearing, how would you say you're different than some of the other Green Party presidential candidates?
Well, first let me explain my platform.
Okay.
So, greetings everybody. I am Davi. I am running for your vote as president of America and leader of the free world. In 2020, I took a vow to ensure the sacred protection of humanity and the evolution of Earth. I am running for your vote as president in order to present something we call Earth Order, a new way that provides a direct democracy system where you have the ability to vote for the exact government that we want moving forward, where you have the opportunity to have equal salaries for self-chosen or self-created work, where you have the ability to have your healthcare costs covered, and finally, where you have the opportunity to have a society where we have a foundation of equality. Now that is important on a lot of different levels, not only for us as humans in America,
Right.
but also for the way that we understand ourselves and the way we understand each other.
Okay.
So right now we have no real way of understanding, okay, why if somebody's walking down the street with a gun, right? What is that code between you and I that ensures that I know that you aren't going to do something to me? So Earth Order is the new agreement that says, hey, here's the foundation that we are all standing upon that gives us the opportunity to respect and appreciate what the unique gifts we have to offer the world are. And then from that basis, we can begin to grow collectively as a community. Some of the core points of the campaign also include the emergency mediator wing of the police, where on demand, you can call 911, bling, bling, bling. You can get your normal police services if that's what you want. But alternatively, you can have on-demand counseling services. Secondly, the American Refresh is what I was talking about in terms of the direct democracy. We're going to be ongoingly creating a system where we have the opportunity to vote for the exact things that we want in our government. How do you feel about the Supreme Court? How do you feel about the Congress? How do you feel about the Electoral College? How do you feel about your street not having enough trees, or you want another park in your area? All those things you will have the opportunity to suggest to the collective, and then the collective will have the ability to vote on those things.
Okay.
And then finally, rehabilitation to our lands. using our what we call waste to fertilize our lands, and also rehabilitation to our people, converting our prisons into rehabilitation centers so that our people are able to heal while they're in the criminal process. And when they come out, they have the opportunity to be a full human being again and no longer criminalized for the rest of their lives. So we have an opportunity to really radically shift who we are into a world, into a nation that is more reflective of actually who we want to be, rather than being in the rhythm and the pattern and the inertia of systems from the red and blue that do not work for us.
Right. Awesome. So you are acknowledging that there is a two-party system current.
There isn't a two-party system. There never was.
Okay.
Okay. We started with the Whigs and the Democrats.
Okay.
And then the Republicans came along and the Whigs went away.
Okay.
Right. So we never had a two-party system. It's just that we have assumed that because the Republicans and Democrats have been around so long, that they're the only ones that exist. But the Green Party exists, the Libertarians exist, the No Labels Party exists. So there are parties currently that show that we do not have a two-party system. However, the mainstream media pushes that narrative so that people believe that, and therefore they only notice that. But this is the first time, and I understand why it's been like that, right? Because I can't think of a third-party candidate that has presented something radically different than was presented in the main two parties, right? However, this is the first time we have equality on the table. Ever. So this is no longer a question of, is this something that's adequate for me to take a chance on to make a new difference, make a different choice because of. This is, if I believe in equality, I will follow through what is necessary to do in order to make that vote correct. In 2024.
In 2024, the year you're running for president of the United States, 2024, and it's a wild year. There's a lot of candidates. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Our current president, it seems like, may not be doing the correct things for the working class. Correct. If you were president currently, what's some of the first legislation you put into existence, or making some actual change? What are some of the first executive orders you would sign off on? Let's say you were president today. What would you do today?
Well, I'm not running for president today. I'm running for president in 2025. There's a context that's created today that is based on the red and the blues particular desires in the world. So after I'm elected, let's walk you through. So after I'm elected November 5th, first things that we're going to be doing is voting collectively as to what we want our currency to be. What is the name of it? Right now, the Federal Reserve has decided what our dollars are named. It's called the Federal Reserve Notes. Take a look at your dollars when you get a chance. So that means that all the activity, all the business of America, all the banks of America are invested in ensuring that the shareholders of the Federal Reserve are being paid interest. Okay? And so what this gives us a chance to do is to redecide how we want to have our currency benefit us. So that starts with naming our currency. That starts with deciding what our salary is going to be. What is the equal salary that I'm talking about? So if we all made the same salary, what do you think would be a good salary?
I'm thinking, wage or salary?
Salary, annual.
Man, that's a hard question. I would have to think about that longer.
Okay.
I would.
But sit with it. You got about 10 months.
I like that.
And then after that, when I'm inaugurated, those things can be immediately implemented, and we now have the option for people to opt out of capitalism. So you got your student debt loans, you got your taxes. All those things can be eliminated if you decide to opt into Earth Order. I'm not in the business of trying to control private corporations. There's a reason that we have free market capitalism, and I am actually creating another leg of this capitalistic arm that ensures humanity. The human relationship to Earth, the human relationship to each other, We have got to shift that. And if you want to be part of that, you have the option. If you want to continue in capitalism, no problem. Your life can stay as it is. But what we're asking for is the opportunity for everybody else, for everybody to have the option to move into a non-competitive way of operating in society, so that people can be the best that they can be in whatever way they want to be.
So there is an option to stay in the current state of
Yes.
capitalism.
Yes.
And then there will be an option to get into Earth Order.
Yes.
Is Earth Order a step towards global communism?
No.
No, it's not. So this is localized to the nation of the United States.
Yes. So the branch of Earth Order that's concerned with America is called Earth Order America.
Okay. But there is another branch.
Well, there's not. That's just the branch that is concerned with America.
Okay.
America.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Hey, Germ Griffin Recordings Archive. We're down here in Rec Philly. We got Davi in the studio. I'm super excited. I just recorded with TJ, but I'm really excited about this one, Davi. I had a few questions. Since I am currently co-chair of the Green Party of Pennsylvania, and I've got to hear some stuff, got to talk some stuff, and after talking to you today, I know that you have a plan, I've talked to your staff and stuff, and I hear that this plan is lengthy and stuff. I wanted to know, what would you have to say about some of the critics who have said stuff like, the charisma is there, but the policy isn't really there. As in, some people have said.
About.
Oh, no one has said that. Okay,
No.
all right. Okay, all right. I've heard it before.
About me?
Yeah.
Well, can you give me some context? Let me know.
Some people, I don't know if they've gone to this website, because I've been to the website, and it sounds like there is a plan, but some people have said, the policy might not be there with Davi. What would you have to say about those critics?
That they haven't read the plan.
Okay.
Let me pull it out for you.
Okay.
Just so we have, okay. So this is the Davi
Okay.
campaign plan. Okay.
And right now he's holding up a folder, and it says President of America, Avatar Davi. Okay, awesome. For the viewers who are not looking at it.
And it's about 21 pages.
It's about 21
okay,
pages.
and it talks about who I am.
Okay.
My history, my run for mayor in 2021.
Okay.
As well as the American refresh, what that looks like.
Okay.
Step by step, and why we need it. And then it talks about Earth Order America, the four areas that are going to be focused on. So my cabinet is actually going to be broken up into 4 areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And let me just share with you the mental part, which is the development of a humanitarian education system, LifeCity, the pre-university preparation for life. That is deeply important, because it is about allowing our youth to discover who they are inside, to then have an outer experience as adults that they can be proud of and choose, rather than move into what fit best for their financial goals.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
We want to have people living meaningful lives again, having purpose for their lives, and knowing that the work that they're putting in is going to impact positively the collective.
Okay.
Regardless of the work that they do.
Okay.
Right? We are all collectively working, and this is very important, because we live in a time of complete monopolies.
Yes.
There is no way that any company can compete with Amazon ever. The game is over. So now we have to rethink about what is important to us and how do we maintain it. We maintain it by getting rid of the competition at the salary level, and focus on how can each person better and more optimizingly choose their lives.
Okay.
Right? And so with that comes a fulfillment of purpose, and a fulfillment of those distractions that cause people to do harmful things to themselves, like drugs and depression, all those things get eliminated because we're all involved and invested in something that collectively is working towards us. And whether you want to engage, the degree to which you want to engage with the services available is your choice, right?
Okay.
But they're there.
Okay.
That's the point, right? We want to make sure that we have the choices there available to people, and how they want to engage with them is their choice.
Okay. You're talking a lot about choice and the collective, coming together to decide this, and currency and that, and education. Right now we do have, the current Congress system, 3 branches of government. How does that collective choice impact, or how does it kind of like, maybe even undermine our current Congress system? You know what I mean? Legislator, someone writing a law, bunch of old heads voting on a law. Does your system undermine that, or how do they work together if they do?
That's not for me to choose.
That's not for you to choose?
Right. I see what I'm doing as president is I am creating a foundation for the people's voice to be involved in the government again.
Right.
We got the executive branch, we got the Congress, and we have the judicial branch.
Yes.
Where is the people's voice in either one of those?
Sounds like nowhere.
So
It's
we are allowing, every 4 years, we are allowing the electoral college, and we are allowing these Congress people who do not check back in with their base to decide things that are against our interests. We are involved in wars that we do not agree with. We are involved in land grabs that we do not collectively agree with, and that's partly. There's 2 sides of that. One, the government is keeping information from us.
Yes.
But then the other side of that is that we are not actively making any choices, right?
Okay.
And we are allowing those choices to not be made because we're not saying anything about the core issues about how our process works. So what I'm doing is I'm saying, no matter what the question is, right? I'm allowing my branch of the government to be the vehicle through which every single person has an opportunity to enter in their voice. And so that dome, that theoretical dome that is on Capitol Hill, that's supposed to bring in all the voices of America, will actually do that because we have the technology to do that now. How does that? I'll give you an example of how that works. Each person will have the ability to log into the Earth Order site or app, adjustment suggestions. And adjustment suggestions are, hey, I want a new tree or a new park in my area, or hey, I want to talk about the judicial system. Maybe I want to have a local judicial system added, or however. I'm not here to dictate what people's suggestions are, right? Suggestions are. But what I am here to do is make sure that they have the ability to put them in, and we can stop waiting for people who are not obviously creative to do the work for us, and we can speak for ourselves because we have the technology to do that now.
Okay. That's actually interesting, and I kind of like that. Really quick, I think we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
Gonna take a quick break. When I get back, I want to ask you some clear specifics, even some of your political ideologies on things. And yeah, all right.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna be right back. Germ Griffin Recordings Archive. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back, y'all. We still got Davi in the building. Super excited. It should be a great second half. I just got a few more questions for you, and I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it last night. I was thinking about it the other day. Some people's core ideological beliefs, as far as economic space. You know what I mean? Economics, political, how you view the ruling class or working class. Where are you at all of that? Where are you at in all of that? Do you believe that, in a softer form of capitalism, or are you socialist, capitalist, eco-socialist? Where would you say, as a broad term, you are ideologically?
I'm presenting Earth Order.
You're presenting Earth Order.
That's kind of it. I don't align my. This actually came from a vision that I received. All these, literally these words that are in the campaign came from a vision that I received. And I am just doing my best to pilot us there. And what that looks like for me is, well, I mean, the question is, right? Actually, let me just walk you through. Okay, so in 2020, I was cleansing my pineal gland, and basically I connected to Earth. Dragonflies started swirling around me, and I just would write down these intuitions that I got, you know, and it came up to about 150 pages of just information about the history of Earth.
He's holding up his manifesto, by the way, which is here, volume
and
one.
that's volume 1. I'm on volume 7 right now, but we only printed out volume 1. And that's for you. Yeah.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yes,
Wow.
thanks for
See,
having us
Savvy
on the
Sabs
podcast.
ain't get a manifesto. See, I tell you, he comes down to Philly, he gives a manifesto. I'm excited. Wow, I might actually have to read this. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So no, Jesus gave you these words, right?
You know, people are talking about, you know, Christ coming back and all that. There's been Buddha, there's been Jehoshaphat, who was also told. There's been all these different people, and all of them did not come twice.
Oh, man.
My name is Davi.
Okay.
You can assign whatever names you want to associate with me. That's fine. But I'm presenting Earth Order. I'm presenting order in Earth because Earth needs to learn how to love herself. Our humans are given the great opportunity to lead Earth.
Right.
We are the ones who can understand Earth on the core level and interspatially. So if that is the case, we have a responsibility to create harmony within Earth so that Earth can flourish. Because before we got here,
Right.
the animals wasn't blowing each other up.
Uh-oh.
And neither was the ants.
Right.
So if they were able to figure it out, we got to figure it out real soon, because there's a lot of powers who are just interested in blowing things up.
Right.
And that's their core belief. My core belief is that we need love in
Okay.
Earth. And that love has to have some type of structure to it.
Okay.
Earth Order is that structure. It has this plan has the seeds of so many things, from our education system to our political system to our financial system to our communal system to our relationship with our own bodies. All these things are in this plan. So I am just doing my best from where I come from, which is a music artist, choreographer, a tech founder, and a candidate for mayor of New York City. These chapters of my life have all weaved in together to bring us to this campaign plan, to bring us to this moment where America has the opportunity to vote for equality for the first time ever.
Okay. Okay. For the first time ever, we can vote for equality.
Yes.
Okay.
In no abstract sense, no signs, no equal signs, actual plans. What does that look like? What does that feel like?
Right. Right. This is interesting stuff, Davi. This is really interesting stuff. This is good stuff. Listen, if y'all haven't checked out Davi's work, y'all gotta check out Davi's work. Before I let you go, I do always let my guests, say whatever they want to promote. Is there anything you would like to promote today on my show, or a website, a business, your own campaign,
Right. Well, we've been talking about our campaign.
Right.
But I encourage everybody to go to bydavi.com, bydavi.com. There's the campaign plans there. The digital version of this book that Jeremy is holding is also there, and it's available for free.
Wow.
This information is not something that I'm trying to hoard. I'm trying to create a pattern where we release this hoarding, these hoarding tendencies that capitalism teaches us. We can move beyond that and begin a sharing economy where we begin to care about each other and care about our future and our future generations. So please visit the website.
Please visit the website, he said.
And donate.
And donate. Okay. That was actually one thing I wanted to ask. How is it just, running a grassroots national campaign. That was the one I wanted to ask you. You know, how has that experience been? Because you ran for mayor. That was one city.
Yeah.
You're all over the place.
All over the country now.
A lot of people will never understand how it is running a campaign in general, but a national one, I can't even really.
Yeah. 3 days ago, we were in Massachusetts. Today, we're in Philadelphia.
Right.
We're going to be speaking to Washington next week. The
Wow.
week after, we're speaking to Illinois. Right. So it's just a lot. You know, it's a lot to manage. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's lonely. I'm so glad to have Nissan, our campaign manager, with us.
Okay. Awesome.
And you know, we also have some volunteers in each of the states to coordinate things. But this is not easy, you know, and but I know that it's necessary in this critical moment. We have so many presidential candidates just dropping out, just giving up on America as if America is easy to drop.
Right.
And so I want everybody to know that this is important, and I find America important. I find the dignity of humanity important. I find the dignity of Earth and our role in Earth important. And so with this, I hope that we begin to see ourselves a bit more and proactively choose and proactively act on what we want to see in the world in 2024. This is not abstract. This is not something that can happen in 15 years, 20 years. This is now. This is today. And we are responsible because we are living. So many people have been lost these past 3 years. I don't know if you lost anybody, but these three years, we have lost so many people. Yes. This is the opportunity. We have the chance to rectify this stuff and stop letting ourselves be tricked into bad leadership.
Wow. 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 Tricked into bad leadership.
Yes, we have the opportunity to move onward toward a superb and super America in 2024.
Listen, Davi, thank you for giving me the
Absolutely.
pleasure.
Thank you, Germ, for having me.
Germ Griffin Recordings Archive. They told me World of Controversy Podcast is coming back. Me and Julian talked about it. World of Controversy Podcast coming back. You know, I can't endorse no candidate. They tell me I can't endorse nobody, but I'm glad I was able to get you in. You've always been a very interesting candidate, and I looked at some of the videos and stuff, and this was a good interview. And Earth Order, the Davi Manifesto, I will try to read this, and it's free. On his website, it's free. And thank you for giving me this. Yes. No one gives me nothing. Germ Griffin Recordings Archive, World of Controversy Podcast coming back. Thank you, Davi, so much.
Thank you. Peace, everybody.